Today, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you how to build this table. Let's do it. So Christianity is all about making a personal decision to follow Christ. Let's build this table. So the Bible has a lot to say about the importance of being in a church, but we each have to make the decision for ourselves to line our lives up with God. The majority of our walk with Christ is outside of the church. That's going to be at home, at work, online, really anywhere. It doesn't just stop at the church door. So the best way to line up our lives with Christ is with love. So the goal of every Christian is to be more Christ-like. A church is just a place where a bunch of people individually come together to become more Christ-like. So if we're called to love outside of the church mostly, and we spend the majority of our walk outside of the church, we're supposed to spend our time loving and pastoring people towards Christ. So if your experiences are those of sin, then
Oh, hey everybody. Hey, how you guys doing? So, that was clearly a joke. We don't have to go into too many details, but that's a joke. I'm gonna just go back. So
therefore, being a Christian, you have a responsibility to challenge the cultural viewpoints that people have about Christians. Because there's people out there who would say bad things. If your life does not show love to those who live or think differently than you, then that's not love. The idea isn't we do good things so that we are seen in a positive light. Rather, it is seen so that God's love is shown through us. The most important thing that we are called to do is to love, according to God's definition of love. Anything short of that is short of love. The media is full of these groups of Christians that just spread hatred and bigotry. You know what? I think a lot of these Christians are like how I am right now. Crippled, handicapped, hurt, and also liars. Without unity in the church, it's almost impossible to bring discipline or correction to these groups of Christians. Instead, it just keeps us divisive or fighting amongst each other and keeps us from actually spreading the love of God. If we can unite around love and live according to the Word of God, then and only then can we say that we're a Christian. Much like this table, if it's got strong joints, then it's a good table. It's not about, did you hear so-and-so did X, Y, or Z? But rather, it's more like, did you know so-and-so could use some help? Much of the division comes from within the church. So much like limbs getting cut, this table kind of needs a little bit of a trim. This is kind of dangerous. I should probably take my glasses off. How are we supposed to show God's love to everyone else if we're continuously having to watch our own backs? We should first be focusing on being able to love inside the church before we even have the thought of reflecting God's love outside of the church. So if you're going to be a table, be a table. What are you still doing here? The video's over. Go you're gonna hang around, you can subscribe or like the page or whatever it is you Zoomers do nowadays.